Ethan here with the Delineation desk. Today we're looking at a site in Southish, Texas. It's nice and warm and dry today, but we're looking at this site because a gas station is going to be developed here. It's just a little corner lot. It's probably about 3 acres in size, and we're doing a little wetland assessment. There's not a whole lot of wetlands out here, but we're gonna assess the site and see what we find. So part of a wetland delineation, wetland assessment is you're gonna be looking at 3 parameters. That's hydrology, soils, and hydrology, soils, and vegetation. Sorry, I got distracted. And when you look at those 3, all 3 of those have to meet to be considered a wetland. Now, obviously, we are in a very dry upland area, so we're not going to meet wetland here, but we are going to take some data. And I'm going to show you here in a second the data pit. So this is the data pit, and we dug about 16 inches down. Here, it's clearly upland soils. Now, sometimes you may have to dig deeper depending on your hydric soil indicator, but in this case, we are looking at most likely 10YR54. These soils seem pretty sandy. Now, sometimes it's good to moisten them so you can get a better feel for the texture. But yeah, so this is our soil pit. Some newer soils don't meet because 10YR54 is not going to meet any hydric soil indicator. Now again, looking at the vegetation, as we talked about earlier, we noted some of the vegetation and a lot of upland species. Obviously, you're not going to see cactus in a wetland. And yeah, so we know our vegetation is not hydric. And then lastly, we're looking at hydrology, which again, there is no hydrology here. Hydrology would be if there was saturation on aerials, or if there was sparsely vegetated concave surface because this area is holding water, or it could be a slew of other indicators. Again, this is for another video, but yeah, so now we know that soils, hydrology, and plants or vegetation does not meet. So we clearly do not have a wetland here, but it's good to still gather your data, check your stuff, and Chip will make sure that you don't have anything funny going on here. So another part of the wetland assessment, delineation, whatever you want to call it, is looking at other aquatic features besides wetlands. So you're looking at maybe ponds or drainages, ditches, canals. It could be streams, could be a river, whatever it is, anything that could carry water or holds water that could possibly carry it downstream to other navigable water sources and eventually into our oceans. And we don't want to pollute that. So that's a main reason why we look for all aquatic resources on a site to make sure, again, they're not getting destroyed or damaged if they happen to be a sensitive area. So I walked to the edge here of the site and I found this drainage, and a couple things we're going to determine is A, is it actually on our site and how much of it's on our site, and B, what kind of drainage is this? Is this just an ephemeral drainage? Is it a intermittent drainage, or is it a perennial drainage? Or I keep saying drainage, a stream. Now, looking at this, I can tell you right now, it's probably going to be an ephemeral drainage, but we'll assess it and we'll get back to you. So what I'm doing right now is mapping the ephemeral stream, ephemeral drainage, and picking it up on the map to see exactly where it falls on the site or off the site. So in conclusion, after mapping this feature, this drainage feature, it barely clips the site in the corner before going across the road and off the site. But it is an ephemeral drainage, and currently right now that is, those drainages are not protected under the newest rule. So there you go. So there's that. So we have a data point, just collected some general upland vegetation data, some soil data, and then we mapped this stream to make sure it wasn't going to impact the project. And the way it's looking, looks like it's just the drainage that's draining the new subdivision to the east and draining the property. All right, so that's about it. We assessed the site, we looked at it, got some pictures, we got some data that we needed to collect, we mapped a stream that isn't going to be a problem, and yeah, it's a successful little venture. So until next time, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and follow for more.